Right, here we are with James Smith. Mate, how did round one go? And we'll get to round two, but let's do a rundown on round one.
Round one was actually quite good. I hadn't only just pretty much got the bike and hadn't really done anything with it. And I think leading up, like through the practices and that, I was running about second most of the weekend in lap times, so I was real happy with sort of where we were sitting for the amount of time we'd had with the bike. And then in the races, like race one, I think I got fourth, which I was really happy with because I'd had a tough season last year. And
it was a tough season for you,
yeah, so fourth to me, I sort of in the race I was just sort of settled and I was really happy. And race two I wanted more. Race two was going really good. I was leading, and then unfortunately I had a problem with the bike and I had to DNF. Race three I had the same problem, unfortunately, and DNF that one. So it was a positive. It was bad results, but positive. Like I was feeling positive about how everything was going.
So yeah, like you say, so you were doing some quick lap times. You knew you could stick with them.
Yeah.
Just, you know, so you actually sorted the bike little wee mishap?
Yeah, I got it sorted during the week. And then I just came up with a plan where I just wanted to attack levels as I wanted to, and like I was actually so like feeling positive just from knowing I had speed.
Yeah.
Like compared to the previous year where I was just battling to stay off my head. So yeah.
So then we get down to levels. Practice and qualifying went good. Where did you qualify?
Yeah, I qualified fifth. I had a qualifying tyre that I could have used, but I left it off and just ran what I was going to be racing on, just because I wanted to be sure of the setup I had going into into race one, seeing it on the same day.
Yep.
In hindsight, I should have put a qualifying tyre on and I probably would have jumped to the front row. I don't know where I would have got, but I dare say I would have got on the front row. But I was happy enough with where I was. Like fifth wasn't a bad place to be on the grid. Like you get a good run into turn one. So
yeah.
So I sort of would have liked to have been on the front row. It just would have made life a lot easier. But,
yes.
But it was what it is, you know.
So then race one came along, and how did that go?
Yeah, race one went good. Went good until like the 9th and a half lap when Scott passed me. But I was kind of. It was a funny race. Like it felt so slow, and I was kind of surprised to have led for so long. I was sort of waiting to get past on the straight.
So you sensed he was there? Did you think he was going to make that move?
Yeah, I was waiting for someone to do it for 9 laps. I couldn't understand what was sort of why no one had passed me yet, because it didn't feel like we were going super fast. But yeah, I was definitely bummed when I seen it coming up beside me, because he passed me nice. Like he passed me early on the straight.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a chance to like come back at him under brakes because he'd passed nice and early. So yeah, well done to Scott on doing that. But definitely bummed me out. So.
So you didn't have a go at the other left, turn 5?
I had a go at the hairpin.
Yeah.
But he carried a good amount of speed and it was just one of those things. I didn't want to leave something on the table, so I made sure I had a go.
Yeah.
So that when I didn't come into the pits, I was like, geez, I wish I had a go there.
Yeah.
So yeah, but he went good into that corner, so there was no chance.
Yeah. So that was a second, which is a great improvement on last season.
Yeah.
Put a Honda on the podium.
Yep. No, second I was happy with that, but I definitely wanted to win. But
oh look, you certainly had a lot of people on the sidelines cheering for you, as well as old Scotty too. But so then we come to Sunday. How are you feeling?
Yeah, the first race on Sunday was all good. I was just following Nick and Scott, and I was actually happy to not be leading early on. So I was just sort of.
Is that for you to get comfortable, or for them to push and use their tyres, or a combination?
Yeah, well, not really any reason other than I just wanted to like just follow for a little while.
Yeah.
Because I felt so comfortable that I wasn't worried about sitting behind them.
Yeah.
And I think Nick had a problem with his tyre, which sort of slowed down the pace a little bit, probably more than what I started to panic a little bit when I sort of sensed how slow we were going, and then Scott high-sided out of the hairpin.
Yeah.
And then I knew that I had to sort of get by Nick as soon as I could.
Yeah.
And and then Dennis, he caught, and he passed me on the straight. And I was comfortable as behind him. I wouldn't have mattered if it got red flagged or not. I was a little bit more worried about all the yellows around the course and where I was going to pass them.
Yeah.
But they red flagged it anyway. There was only a couple laps to go, so and I was in front when it counted. So.
Yeah, so that got red flagged. It goes back a lap, and you were leading that lap.
Yeah.
So that was your first win in the Superbikes?
Yeah. So it's been a long time coming. I've had a lot of seconds and thirds and all the rest and stuff. So it took a bit longer than I hoped, but that's right.
But but how cool is that? Obviously, no one wants to take that on a red flag, but you can't, you can't control what other riders are doing.
No, well, I don't know. I've had some unbelievable amounts of bad luck over the years, and to have luck go my way was just I couldn't care how it happened. Luck came my way, and sometimes it goes for you, and sometimes it doesn't. And that's just life. So, so win's a win.
So we head to the third race.
Yep. The third race, I ran off the track into turn 1.
That's right.
And and when I come on, I was back a little bit, and then I was just having a little bit of trouble with the front end, but I think it wasn't really the bike. It was just I tightened up because I dropped a few too many spots.
Yeah.
And I just struggled. And then I went straight through the S's onto the grass, and I lost a lot of ground. I was actually comfortable behind the guys in front.
Because you were running about 4th?
Yeah,
It was up the front and just behind the pack. And then you did a bit of cross country. Yeah,
and then that caused me to ride even tighter. It just...
Fighting hard to try and get
it
back
shot
to
me. And the pack weren't pulling away, but I wasn't getting any closer, and I just got tighter and tighter and tighter, and I just felt like I was just so uncomfortable, and I just sort of couldn't push anymore. So I just raced.
Just secure to get the bike home. Collect some points. And
there's nothing I could have done when you're that far back. It's pretty hard to catch.
So with that mental side of your racing, do you do anything special about that?
No, but it'd be nice to be able to. When you struggle sometimes in a race, it's hard to just stop and recollect yourself, because you're still in a race.
So you need a reset mode. A reset button.
It'd be good to have that button. I don't know how you get a button like that.
Now, just quickly over the history of riding. Who got you involved in riding a bike? Your dad?
Dad would have got me on bikes when I was young. I used to have dirt bikes, and I used to race motocross for a long time. And then I hurt myself, and I couldn't race motocross for a while, so I got a road bike. To go out to the track and race, just so I could race something.
So did you go the way of a lot of the younger guys coming through, the sort of RG 150 then to 250 and then...
No, I got a 125. I actually bought 2 of them, and I rode them a couple of times, and I absolutely hated them. I